Since the first time you saw LaDainian Tomlinson shake a man out of his ACLs on national television, you knew you were going to be a running back. No hesitation, no mercy, just angles and violence. That was the dream. Not fame, not glory, just dominance. So you went to work. Not because you were a prodigy, no one called you that. You were undersized, overtrained, and slightly delusional. Perfect combo. You'd go to the park and run hills by yourself until your legs stopped listening. Then you'd round up every kid in the neighborhood and beg them to play football, just so you could line up at running back. That was the deal. You'd bring the ball, you'd always be the back. Other kids were out collecting Pokemon cards. You were collecting turf burns. You weren't built for this. You built yourself for this. And then one day, it happened. You were 10, padded up for your first real session of youth ball. Practice was halfway done when coach realized the starting running back hadn't showed up. Dentist appointment or the flu, no one really cared. He scanned the field like he was picking someone to clean up cones. "You, get back there," he said. You didn't say a word. You just walked over, snapped your chin strap, and lined up. They gave you the ball once. You made it to the end zone. They gave it to you again. You fumbled. Then you dove on it like your lunch money was inside. And just like that, you were the guy. You never asked for a break. You never looked for a way out. They handed you the rock, and you carried it like it meant everything. Because it did. And from that day forward, they just kept giving it to you. Youth football to high school. It didn't matter. You were the star, the engine, the one-man bailout plan. The playbook was a cocktail of toss, dive, repeat. Occasionally a screen, just to keep you humble. You'd rack up 25 carries, 3 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. And somehow the quarterback, who completed 4 slants and tripped over his own shoelace, would get player of the game. Your teammates loved you. Until you didn't convert on 3rd and 2. Then suddenly they forgot about the 17 other times you did. You didn't pout. You didn't beg for credit. You just iced your knees, taped your ankles, and prepped for another 30 touches next week. And it wasn't just carries. You blocked for the quarterback. You picked up blitzes. You dove on fumbles. You played defense when the safety forgot his cleats. You even kicked once. Badly, but still. You did the dirty work, took the hits, ate the contact like it was part of the job. Because it was. But the one time your name came up, when you dropped a screen or got hawked down from behind, that's what stuck. Not the yards, not the toughness. The one thing that went wrong. You were expected to be durable, quiet, humble, unshakable. You were 15 and already walked like someone's uncle. And still, you kept running, kept lifting, kept chasing inches like they owed you rent. Because even if no one else noticed, you did. And deep down, you still believed. If you just kept carrying the team long enough, maybe one day, someone would carry you. Then, just like that, it started to work. Varsity hits, and you don't just survive, you dominate. The same plays they've been calling for years. Toss left, dive right, whatever. Suddenly go for 20, then 40. Then the whole stadium's on its feet. Junior year, you're untackleable. Defenses load the box. Doesn't matter. They know it's going to you. Still doesn't matter. You're carrying 11 guys in a team bus into the end zone. Senior year? Forget it. State records, local news segments, your own little fan club. College scouts standing on the sideline holding clipboards like it's church. You commit early. D1. Full ride. Dream school. You get there and reality hits fast. Redshirt season. You hate it. But you grind. You lift. You learn the playbook. You stay late. You wait your turn. And when your number finally gets called, boom. 1,200 yards, double-digit touchdowns, one-hand grabs, broken tackles. You hurdle a safety on ESPN2 and suddenly everyone's pretending they've always believed in you. Coaches start saying words like special. Fans chant your name in warm-ups. Your high school coach starts texting you like he didn't bench you for fumbling in 8th grade. You feel seen. Finally, draft buzz starts humming. Scouts whisper, NFL fame. Analysts drop pro ready. You're still getting hit every play, but now people call it grit. Same pain, more praise. And for a second, just a second, you think, maybe this is it. Maybe this is where it turns. But then you hear it. The first whisper. Yeah, but he's a running back. What's the shelf life on that? You get drafted. Not first round. Running backs don't go there anymore. But day 2? Solid. Enough to smile for the cameras and pretend like you're not a little insulted. Rookie camp hits, and there's no warm-up lap. Blitz pickup, goal line drills, full-speed collisions before you even know everyone's name. You're thrown into the meat grinder and told to earn your spot. So you do. You chip block 270-pound edge rushers like your life depends on it. You run scout team routes. You volunteer for special teams. You take every rep. And then comes the rookie dinner. Your welcome to the league moment, where you cover a $35,000 steakhouse bill so the vet running backs can order tomahawks and top-shelf whiskey just to try. The fullback gets dessert for his kids. Plural. You just nod your head and hand over your debit card. Then Sunday comes, and you ball out. 120 rushing yards, 50 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns. You stiff-arm a linebacker into a midlife crisis and spin a safety so hard he forgets his assignment, and possibly his address. Then you do it again, and again. Year 1, 1,100 rushing yards, 11 touchdowns, 40 receptions. You're in the Rookie of the Year conversation. Until the quarterback wins it, of course. Year 2, 1,300 total yards, Pro Bowl alternate. Coaches trust you. Fans wear your jersey. Your jersey. Kids in the stands are asking for your gloves. You feel like you've made it. Year 3, you play through a sprained shoulder, 2 ankle tweaks, and something in your lower back that no one can explain. You still go for 1,000 yards. No one says thank you, because you're the running back. That's your job. You block when the line collapses. You chip when the edge leaks. You stay inbounds when everybody else wants to score. You do your job. 4 years of reliability, 4 years of pain, 4 years of top 10 production with bottom shelf respect. And now, your rookie contract is up. You figure, finally, this is your turn. You've earned the check, the years, the security. Not a king's ransom, just acknowledgement. But you can feel it. The shift, the language, the way your name gets used in the past tense. You're 26, but in their eyes, you've already lived your whole career. You're 26, but you wake up like you're 46. The turf feels harder. The hits sting longer. The bruises have started showing up before the games even start. You take a helmet to the thigh in week 3 and you're still limping in week 6. You used to bounce back overnight. Now you need a team of massage therapists, 2 Advil, and a silent car ride home just to stand up straight. The bursts don't burst. The cuts don't cut. You see the hole. You hit it late. Just a half a second too slow. But half a second is everything now. You used to fall forward for 3 extra yards. Now you get stood up, wrapped, twisted, dumped. You start missing blitz pickups. Nothing major, just hesitation. A foot out of place. Now you're out on 3rd downs. Pass pro package, they call it. You know what it is. You watch tape of yourself from 2 years ago, like you're scouting someone else. You miss him. The way he moved, the way he finished runs. Now you're just trying to survive them. And yeah, the contract thing doesn't help. They lowballed you. You tried not to take it personally, but you did. You played through it, showed up, took the hits anyway. But it's hard to run through a wall when you know no one's standing behind it anymore. The fans start to turn. You go from fan favorite to washed in 2 games. They say you've lost a step. They don't see the cortisone shots, the tape jobs, the quiet mornings where you sit on the edge of the bed and wonder if your body's going to work today. The coaches say all the right things, but the rotation gets tighter. Your carries shrink. They stop scripting plays for you. Then they stop calling your number altogether. And the worst part? You're still trying. You're still grinding. You're still doing everything you can to be him. You're just not enough anymore. One day the carries just stop. No big announcement, no speech, no warning, just fewer reps in practice. Then no reps at all. The rookie gets the touches. You get the headset. They say it's just rotation, like that makes it easier to swallow. You still suit up, still tape your ankles, still stretch like someone's watching, but you know you're not really part of the plan anymore. You're a placeholder, a veteran presence, a walking used to be. There's no farewell tour, no last dance. You just don't get re-signed. You refresh your phone in the off-season like it owes you something. It doesn't. You keep training, just in case. You post workout clips with captions like "still got juice" and a fire emoji. You lie to yourself in high definition. But the call doesn't come. Not this week, not next month, not ever. Your agent stops checking in. Even he knows. So you sit on your couch on Sundays with a heating pad on your back, watching a 22-year-old break off a 60-yard run through the same hole you used to hit without thinking. The crowd goes wild. Analysts say, "He's the future." You smile. Kind of. You try to stand up during a commercial break, and your knees remind you what the cost was. Every yard, every hit, every snap you played through because you didn't want to lose your spot. You gave them everything. Your 20s, your spine, your silence. And now, nothing. No statue, no legacy, just painkillers and group texts that get quieter every year. You weren't the face of the league. You were its bruises. And now you're just another name no one remembers until they pull up old fantasy stats or an Instagram highlight reel titled, "Whatever happened to?" And the answer is simple. You happened. Exactly like they planned.